What's up? All right. Seems like there was a little bit of an audio glitch coming through. My lips were moving and you couldn't even hear what I was saying. But of course, I was giving a big shout out there to King Price, welcoming everyone to the stream. This is the Super Cup and it is powered by King Price Insurance, the kings of insurance. King Price should be your go-to insurer when you're looking to protect the things you love. PC components, consoles, phones, collectibles, and more. If it matters to you, insure it with King Price. King Price is stepping up their game by stepping into ours. They're here to bring you epic esport competitions and protect your stuff. And of course, it is time to see what these teams are going to be doing as we have our flight path starting on that western side, heading all the way across towards Novo on that eastern side. So a very southern flight path we have here for the team. So definitely looking to see how they're going to be approaching this, how they're going to be looking to go about it and potentially have a bit of a swing here. And of course, it's going to be adding on a few things as we make our way through. Teams now getting ready to push up as well. So we've got a few droppers already coming in. But now we just need to wait and see where everyone's going to be heading up into, where we're going to be having that action and those plays come from. And of course, who's going to be the one to step up and claim the winner chicken dinner for our first game. We've got G3 also being represented in the lobby. In fact, let's have a quick look at our teams here. As we can see, we've got the players from G3 Tempo. We've got Undisputed. We also have the players from Atrox being represented here. We've got Rilla Insider. We've got the players coming in from Beta 7. We've got Unsullied Army as well as Young Thunder. We've got Team S7, I believe that is, as well as the players coming in from Sincerity. We also have the Outsiders. We've got Angels, Demons. We've got the Young Thunder Zimbos. Interesting name. We have players there from 12 Clan, represented by that M4G, I believe that is. Of course, we've got the players coming in from the Sidemen up in slot 15. We've got the squad there from LLJ. Oh, there's the players from 12 Clan, and the other one is then, of course, going to be Modern Force. So some pretty impressive names we've got on board, and that zone will also then be appearing over on towards that far eastern side. Already a few shots starting to make their way in as the teams find themselves in a little bit of up-close proximity. But here we are. Sincerity holding up in towards Malta. We've got Willy, we've got Aimbot as well as Vindog. Let's see if they'll be able to clutch this one out. Oh, they're sharing the space, of course, with the players there from Undisputed. Now, both these teams have been showing some great potential in other events, but will this be the one in which we see them step up and clutch it out once again? Of course, this is going to be FPP, so there's a few surprises added on. Now, as the teams continue to make their way through, we look to see if we're going to be having any of those early engagements really come in. We did have a few stray shots heading up in towards the teams over in this region with UAE looking to assert a little bit of dominance. Already that one kill on board. Some good awareness coming in here from the side of UAE. As you can see, them keeping a very watchful eye on towards Sincerity. Aimbot not too far away, but a very split drop actually coming in here for the side of Sincerity. UAE just utilizing the power in numbers. Oh, we got a few hits coming through. Azza, there's the team now getting ready to strike. See Sincerity now just looking to rotate off in the distance. Is this going to be the play for them? As you can see, Vindog, of course, just still positioned up here in towards Malta. He hasn't yet decided to disengage. Meanwhile, the rest of his team, they've made their way over towards that eastern side, leaving poor old Vindog to fend for himself, and he is now forced to run out in the open. Need to find a little bit of safety. But fortunately, it does seem like Aimbot and Willie will be waiting up ahead. Of course, if we look up towards Yasnaya, you can see the players here from UAE, as well as the team coming in there from Young Thunder. Sharing the space there. That, of course, being the players from Young Thunder Zimbos. So some interesting names definitely making their way on to the list here. But who's going to be the one to step up? Give us your predictions. Let me know. Who do you think is going to be clutching it out? Unsullied Army, Jesse and Co. Reduced down to 3 now. It's going to be Jesse, it's going to be Mexi, and it is going to be King. Looking to make a bit of a stand on this northern side of Yasnaya, with the Zimbos positioned further down towards the south. Some very frantic looting coming through here. But of course, these two teams are relatively close to each other. We do see a little bit of a push now coming in there from David as he's starting to make his way forward. Just venturing up close to Unsullied. Jesse and Co now, as I've pointed out, is down to a 3-man team. And this is where we could maybe see the Zimbos looking to push in. Looking to get a bit of a strike, a bit of a play on towards them. And maybe add a few of those points to the board. Of course, we're starting this lobby out with our final 16 teams looking to have a bit of a swing here. Some decent numbers. A very slow, quiet start. Hopefully these teams will be looking to dial up the aggression, dial up those strategies, and just get right down to some PUBG business. Mexi is going to be holding up ahead. We do have that blue zone now also starting to close on in. Out comes the nade from David. Will it be reaching all the way across? Not just yet. Mexi is, however, slight bit isolated from the rest of the team. He is able now to jump into that vehicle quickly as he retreats back into the safety. We have those shots fly straight towards him. But is this going to be his grand escape? Oh, Mexi now forced up into hard cover. Having to quickly try and apply a few bandages to be able to continue this fight. But if we look at the movement coming in on the rest of the map, we do have a nice bit of a convergence now coming in towards that northern section. Of course, up in towards Malta, not much has changed. But as we get ready to jump straight on through, players here from Modern Force are going to be looking to defend themselves. They have been reduced down to 2. It's going to be Q the Gent and Fake Doctor now looking to make the push. Oh, but up ahead, the spray down comes straight on in as Beta 7 gets the hits, and now the players are reduced to 1. Modern Force, Q the Gent, giving that quick, hastily retreat back up in it towards the north, looking to push even further up. We still have 58 players remaining. We can see the outsiders now looking to rotate in from that western side, rather. Of course, the players here from G3 now, they've been moving up in towards Malta, looking to get a little bit aggressive, looking to see if they can apply the pressure on towards the team there from Undisputed AE. A few knocks that find their way in. Buden has been taken down with that. Franco also gets taken down. And now it all comes down to Tomac and Gunner. Try and bring in those rotations, bring in those strategies. Gunner and Tomac quickly just hopping in the vehicles, getting ready to get ahead of that blue zone as they too find themselves in a position where they need to cover quite a bit of ground to make it up into zone securely. Oh, but it looks like up in Yasnaya, things are definitely starting to heat up. Both the players now from Young Thunder Zimbos have been looking to advance their way a little bit forward, getting closer to the team just behind them, that of course being the Unsullied Army. But we haven't seen much really happening, not a lot of action in that kill feed just yet. We are going to be looking at Jesse up ahead as David is trying to find that spray. Does find a little bit of damage onto Jesse, but so far it seems like Jesse is able to hold his own. Of course, Bull and the rest of the team just going to be positioned now and looking to push a little bit further on towards that western side. Getting their disengage lined up on 1 by 1. Head off into the sunrise. We got Muffin Man, Flighty, Bull, and David there for the side of the Young Thunder Zimbos. But of course, looking at where the zone is, we see it now still just positioned over on towards this eastern edge. Actually, Young Thunder pushing one of their players all the way out to the edge of the map. Talk about a big brain play. I just hope that the zone kind of works in favor for them. Otherwise, we're going to have to see that whole rotation head all the way back on towards the mainland. And yeah, it could be a little bit of a rip, but it's probably worth a shot. We won't know until they try it. But here we go. Can you hear the shots still happening up in towards just Naya? The Rilla Insiders are now, of course, starting to make their way on through. And I'm curious to see what the players here from Atrox are going to be doing with their positions. They are rather up north. They could be on the receiving side of those rotations, getting ready to make their way on in. It's going to be down to a waiting game, and we could actually see them, Rilla Insider, now move right up behind Atrox. In fact, up they come. We can see Road just up ahead. Grim now deciding to take a bit of a swing at them. Trip also just wrapping around that ridge line, trying to get into a secure position. But the pressure is going to be on as we see Dead quickly hopping in the vehicle, looking to just put it back into a safe position. Meanwhile, Jones and Filaria are going to be on that front line, to see if they can get those angles lined up, potentially get those shots heading straight up towards Rilla Insider. Rilla Insider is, of course, going to be looking to make it quite difficult here for Atrox. They're not going to be letting them get away with any of those potential sneaky shots. But with that, we see a few more hits now coming into the kill feed as well. The team there from G3 are going to be starting it off, finding a little bit of aggression. Let's see if we can jump straight up towards them. It is going to be Gunner and Tomac, the two remaining hopefuls. But of course, with that now, we have that rotation coming through. Ooh, Tomac gets taken down. And with that, we are now down to 15 teams as G3 gets sent away. The first team back into the lobby. What's going on? That is not what we see all too often. But of course, well, there's nothing better than a bit of a surprise performance coming through. Filaria, in fact, is going to be looking to apply that rotation now even closer to Rilla Insider. Rilla Insider now rotating along that northern side as the Atrox continue to move forward. We can see, of course, the players there positioned up in towards Yasnaya, being the players from Unsullied Army, still holding the position, holding the angles. Whoop. Oh, there we go. Some pretty good driving coming in here from Filaria as well. But let's have a look again at that menu. Wow, yeah, this is a nice menu. Menu for chaos, that is what we want. That is when I shall dub it as now. As we wait to see where the zone is going to be going. Of course, there's a little bit of time left on the clock before the blue zone starts making its closure once again. And we see center zone is looking to be a pretty good position as we've got quite a few players lined up. And in fact, we have the players perched up right there. That being the team coming in from, I believe that is the Sidemen. So Matrix, Swave, and Sleepy. Of course, as we jump right over on towards the players here now from Modern Force. You can see Q, the Gent, keeping a very watchful eye there on Grim. Atrox, looking to pull up into the compounds. So Grim already positioned. Filaria, right up ahead. Up comes the rest of the team. Is this going to be now that Q for Q the Gent to come in with the Mosin, pick up a few claps, pick up a few headshots, a few hits. Oh, they need to be careful. As you can hear, of course, Rilla Insider, they've also decided to rotate up into this nearly exact position. So there's going to be a lot of pressure now heading over on towards Atrox. Yeah, if you see that bird peeking its head in every now and again, it's normal. They just get a little bit curious. They want to be part of the action. And of course, with that now, we wait to see whether or not we're going to have that engagement come in from Row. Of course, we have a few more hits lining up in the kill feed as the players there from the Outsiders get to the pushing, applying the pressure on towards the side here of the Sidemen. Let's see whether or not Matrix and Co. are going to be able to get this push pulled off. As we can see that Rush now come through. Great few hits already being sent across on towards Shad. But now the pressure is going to be on. Wonder is going to be looking to hold on. You got Orisa now just on the opposite end, but up comes that full send coming in now from the sidemen. Oh, look at the jump shot. Go on, is it going to be the play to make? Nice head comes through. And with that, oh, the sidemen make a clean sweep, taking out the outsiders. And with that, we are now reduced down to only 14 remaining teams. 6 kills already on board for the sidemen. It's an absolutely fantastic start for them here. Let's jump back onto Atrox to see whether or not they're going to get pushed at all, as they've got quite a few teams still hanging around in the vicinity. A few steady taps making their way in as well. Of course, heading up towards the players we can see there from Arilla Insider. Now it's all going to be in the hands of Atrox. Are they going to risk it? Are they going to make that push towards Rilla Insider? As Rilla Insider, they still have all their numbers, but they are relatively spread out across this map as those rotations make their way on through once again. Of course, Ro now jumping in the vehicle, getting ready to push, but up comes a quick reposition now from J-Roller. Does take quite a bit of damage though as his hits come through. And this is where the pressure is going to be on for Modern Force's last remaining player. Oh, up comes their heads. Q, the giant, goes right on down as Trip and Q steps up. And with that, sending them right back into the lobby. 13 teams now remain. We're nearing the end of our second phase. Looking to see where the teams are going to be heading up once again. Tata now having to get back to the land as the zone has shifted up. Staying over on towards that eastern side, but now coming a little bit closer on towards the land. Plays here from Beta 7. Also just inching their way forward. Atrox actually finding themselves in a beautiful setup. So many teams in and around the vicinity here, making it quite easy for them to pick up several heads. But we haven't seen a lot of confirms finding their way just yet, of course. The second zone is getting ready to pop. Waiting to see if we'll have any crazy shifts come through. And with that, the answer is going to be a big yes, as it now centers up towards Lipovka. And the players there from 12th Clan actually find themselves fairly well positioned. But of course, I'm hoping to see them move a little bit closer to those outside regions. Because once you get caught inside of Lipovka, or in fact, any town position, with this number of teams still remaining, it's going to be quite a difficult spot to make a successful play from. Of course, up ahead, you can see Ace now just looking to sneak on through. Not quite sure whether or not they're looking to test the waters or maybe just tempting fate. But they're going to have to be fairly careful with this position, as of course we know the players here from 12 Clan are positioned right alongside them. But up comes those advances now as Nazi and Izzy get ready to push. Coming in to do a little bit of inspection on Inspector and the rest of your squad. They've heard the vehicles pull up. But a little bit of caution being applied here. Nazi and Izzy don't want to put themselves in too much of a compromising position just yet. Looking to see if they can get the lay of the land. Assess the situation. Ooh, looking for that angle on towards the Inspector. But of course, Nazi has been spotted. Inspector now getting ready to bounce. Looking to play that angle. Just sticking out his head. It's just enough so he can get that weapon to fire. But with that, the shots continue to roll on into the kill feed. Meanwhile, Inspector now stepping up with Car 98 in hand. One well-placed hit could be a very devastating blow for the players here from 12 Clan. Of course, Sleepy and co are going absolutely ham up into that kill feed, as we can see. Quite a few of that now starting to find its way in. Nazi now having to reposition, retreat, slide that, but getting back into the safety of the team once again. But now with that, we have the players here from Angels Demons also pulling up on towards the northern side of Lipovka. So Angelo and co looking to find a good secure position. Roach is of course sent back into the lobby. So there shall be no more Roach. But this is where Angels Demons need to take a very careful approach, as we've got two other opposing teams already fairly well fortified within these compounds. So Hunter and Angelo, they're going to have a little bit, a little bit of waiting for them if they do explore a little tad too much. But of course, we can see up in the north, it is going to be an absolute bloodbath. We've got quite a few teams still looking to make those pushes back into zone. Hitman is going to be finding himself in one of those really difficult positions. The player here for Team 7. Now being entirely surrounded by the sidemen. Up comes Reverb. Oh, spots the first potential play. But that canister also lying on the staircase. Oh, but it's not gonna be enough as the rush comes through. And with that, they get sent right away. The players rather here from Sidemen off to an absolutely fantastic start. Already sitting on 8 confirmed kills. And there's quite a few more to come. But they still need to be vigilant. They can't look to get too comfortable just yet. Of course, we look a little bit further down below as well. We've got the players here from LLJ looking to push on through. Bad, Numb, and Hope to spread out across the ridgeline. Numb just inching the way forward. Good to see if that play can maybe come in towards the sidemen. Ooh, got angle, good angle here. But it does seem like the players from the side there of the sidemen are getting ready to move even further forward. Of course, B7 also getting right up close and personal. You got the Young Thunder also now feeling the pressure. As you can see, Clutch now being forced down into the water. Not the most ideal way to really make a play on this map. But hey, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Of course, B7 is going to be looking to apply quite a bit of pressure on it towards them here. As we can see, these cliffs now being in the position in which they'll be fighting. Up comes Terra. Clutch push out a quick head across. Now, Mickey and Era are going to be looking to apply even more pressure now. Clutch does seem to be separated from the rest of the team. We got Nell also now holding in. But those longer range sprays are making their way on through. Poison and the rest of the team now hopping into the vehicles. They need to get their butts back up into zone. Meanwhile, Trotter is going to be trotting it out in the water. Moose and Poison up on the northern side. We got Roy right there alongside them. We do have a little bit of the bumper car play coming through now as the teams continue to push further on. But of course, the chaos now unfolds right up in towards Lipovka's Atrox. They've got Grim knocked down. Pressure is going to be on. Sincerity looking to push from atop the hill. Is this going to be the play? You can see so many teams already moving up. Sincerity holding on the hill. We got the players there from Sidemen also now rushing into the party. Rilla Insider. We got Angels Demons. Everyone trying to get a slice of the pie. But who's going to be the one to hold on? With that, we see Azar now getting taken right on down at the hand of 12. Up comes Poison, just flying straight on through. Not even looking to bark. No questions asked. Ooh. But, of course, Poison is able to just narrowly make it into a semi-secure position. Of course, Atrox fighting it out up ahead, trying to get the pressure on it towards the team here. See LLJ just positioned out in the open field. Rolla Insider looking to set up a bit of a stronghold here as well. They've got a very centralized position. Up comes B7. Oh, looking to push in. Era now keeping a very watchful eye behind them. Mickey keeping eye on towards the water. And in fact, we see several teams now pushing into the drink. The players there from Unsullied being one of those teams, just hopping straight up in towards the water with that bad, of course, is picked right on up. Poison has also fallen right down. And as we jump on to Rilla Insider, we can see them now looking to secure this compound from the opposing teams. 8 teams now remain. But up comes those hits. Ooh, Moose and Co now just lasering away. J Roller popping in the window, looking for that opportunity. Meanwhile, Trip will be positioned up on the balcony. Plays there from B7, still having a little bit of a challenge ahead of them. They're looking to make their way back up in towards the zone. Quite a bit of ground to cover. Trip is going to be trying to secure the position for the time being. We've got Row, of course, now also just looking to apply a little bit of pressure. But we see all the way over on towards that southern side. We've got a few teams out in the water. Sincerity now feeling that sting come through as the players here from the side men continue to push forward, just spreading themselves out, covering quite a bit of ground here. 12 also still positioned up in it towards their compound. They haven't budged just yet. Nazi and Izzy still there on the front line over towards the eastern side. And then, of course, right behind us here, we got the players from Sincerity looking to make that push. Vindog coming in with a bit of a wrap around play. Is he going to be able to make it into any secure positions? Not a lot of options really remain. They're looking at that zone sitting so far over on it towards the edge. Just up in it towards the waterway. Willie, of course, now is also down, just bleeding out. So Vindog has to find a good secure position to pull up into. However, he chooses now to move up alongside the players here from 12. But Vindog now just looking to have a good stand here. Meanwhile, the players from the sidemen are going to be looking to clean up the zone as they come in swinging. Relay Insider also just positioned up ahead on that western side. The zone, of course, is getting ready to pop. Nell does get taken down by the Blue Terror, just holding on for dear life on the cliffside, but does get spotted as Reverb comes through with a beautiful shot. Sleepy also now on the off angle. The zone centers up in favor of the sidemen, so the pressure's going to be on. Will they be able to hold off the advances of all these other teams? 6 teams still having to push in. And of course, one of those teams are positioned all the way out in towards the water. That could be a very surprising play coming through from them. Atrox, meanwhile, now having to relocate. Find an angle back up in towards zone. Dead, Grim, and Valeria will be feeling the pressure. Of course, Dead trying to find the angle onto Trip. Does get the trade-off. Beautiful shot coming through there. Valeria and Grim now jumping into action as they look to see if they can find a bit of a continuation. They're looking to supply that support. But up comes Dead. Oh, the first nade gets sent in. Down goes Zeke. Relay Insiders now under quite a bit of pressure. As we can see, Dead here from Atrox looking to push in. Ideally, we want to see the rest of the team move up alongside him. Not quite sure where they are. Does seem like they've also decided to move in. Grim does go down in the trade-off. Down goes Valeria. It is up to Dead now to make it happen. Gets the first shot onto Trip. Looking to hold his own. But with that, oh, J-Roller just jumps around and gets the finishing blow right up and towards him. 6 teams now remain. As you can see, there's not a lot of space left within the zone. Definitely not much to work with. But, of course, Reverb is going to be pushing up to the shoreline. Just picking away now at the players here from Unsullied. Gets the knock on towards Jesse, but goes down in exchange. It is up to Sleepy, Matrix, and Sway to try and close this one up. Not quite sure if they'll be able to move all the way across to Reverb to get that race going. But also now up ahead, we see the players there from 12. Still holding on to their compounds. Not wanting to budge just yet. But Sway is going to be looking to get a little bit aggressive as he comes swooping forward. Looks for the opportunity. Finds it. And with that, closes out the Unsullied army. Sending the entire team right back into the lobby. And with that, we are now down to our final 5 remaining teams. 12 now looking to make a bit of a push there. Gets the shots beautifully lasered on towards Vindog. 4 teams remain. Irilla Insider right here alongside 12 Clan. Looking to gatekeep their entry up in it towards the zone. But now the pressure is on Izzy. Could potentially try and get back up to that res. It's going to be a very risky play to try and make. Matrix now positioned over on towards that southern side. Does find the angle on towards road. Down he goes. One down, two more to go. It is still going to be Zeke and J Roller holding on for Rilla Insider. Really aggressive play coming in here from the players of that Sidemen. Already 18 kills on board. Now the question comes is, are they just giving us a taste of what we could be expecting to see from them in today's matches? Of course, with that, we now see the end of the players from 12 as they get devoured by the blue zone. And now all the pressure turns to Zeke. Is he going to be able to make it? The blue zone comes in, finds the spray onto Matrix. But now, oh, he doesn't have the health to continue with the efforts and does end up getting taken down. Of course, Strata coming in for the side of Young Thunder is hiding out in the water. This could still be a very beautiful clutch come through. But will Dante have the opportunity or the angles to move forward and get that clutch? Already two players knocked out up ahead. Tata now trying to weigh up his options. Is he going to try and push? Is he going to try and make a play? Of course, now the players here from Sidemen looking to secure the zone. Oh, Tata has been spotted with that. The shots come in. Is it going to be the end? Oh, Tata now popping back into the water. Now this is where the Sidemen are going to go fishing for that final hit, that final shot. But Tata, he's not going to be having too much health left as he's running out of oxygen. Ducks out into the blue zone just to end the suffering that much quicker. And with that, the victory gets handed over to the players coming in for the side there offside. Man, absolutely fantastic play. Some celebratory shots, of course, being fired off in the background there, as we can see. A really insane performance. I mean, that is a 19 kill game at the hand there of them. Absolutely fantastic stuff. But of course, the players there from Young Thunder taking that second position, finishing strong on 2 kills. We've got Rilla Insider securing themselves that third place with an additional 8 kills. 12 Clan coming up into 4th place. We can see there with 4 kills. And then, of course, we got the players there from Sincerity being able to take that 5th place, also coming in with 8 kills. We got Unsullied up in the mix. We got Atrox over in that 7th position. We got the players there coming in from Beta 7 over into 8th place. LLJ over in 9th. Angels Demons up in 10th place. We got the team there from Undisputed AE over in towards 11. We got the team there from the Young Thunder Zimbo taking that 12th place. And of course, we got another team here coming in. That is going to be the players from Team 7 or S7 up in 13th. Of course, Modern Force taking 14th place. Look at the Outsiders up in 15th. And G3, surprisingly enough, being the first team getting sent back into the lobby. And then, of course, here we have our stars of the match. It is going to be Reverb going all out with 9 kills, as well as J Roller coming in with being the best companion. Such a nice one to get. Having 1 assist, 5 revives. And, of course, a great survival time to count as well. So absolutely great start to the day here. The team's really bringing in the action, non-stop carnage. And that has only been the first match. We have 3 more to come. So next up, we are going to be getting ready to move all the way across over on towards the dusty dunes of Miramar, in which we'll see whether or not the players here from the Sidemen will be able to continue with their efforts. They closed up this match with 19 kills. A really good statement being made there. But will we see them continue that? And could we potentially see the players there from G3 looking to improve their own performance? They got sent back first, and that, of course, is not where we are all too accustomed to be seeing them getting sent away. But, of course, we're going to be jumping up into a quick break. We'll see you guys back in a short few minutes, so stay tuned. See you then. Hello and welcome back. We're getting ready to move into our second match of the day. Of course, on the first match over on towards Urango, we saw the players there from Sidemen stepping up with an absolutely insane performance. Just going to town, going absolutely ham and finishing off with 19 kills on board. Of course, if you want to stay up to date with the leaderboard, be sure to check it out in the chat. The link is, of course, posted there. You can also just head on over towards the Medal State website to have a look at those results. And of course, we got to get up into the action with our second match. As I mentioned, it's going to be over on towards the lovely land there of Miramar to see what the teams will do in those dusty dunes, the dusty setups. And of course, the Super Cup is powered by King Price Insurance, the king of insurance. King Price should be your go-to insurers if you're looking to protect your things, protect the things you love, like your PC components, your consoles, your phones, your collectibles, and more. If it matters to you, insure it with King Price. King Price is stepping up the game by stepping into ours. And they're here to bring you epic esport tournaments, competitions, and protect your stuff. So, of course, without much further ado, we're going to be getting ready to jump straight on into our match to see where that flight path is going to be going. And, of course, without much further ado, here we are jumping straight in towards that. You can see the plane starting a little bit over on towards that southern side there on the east, close to Puerto, and heading straight across to the north, right towards Torre Ahumada. So quite a few drop spots along the way, but it is going to be quite difficult for the teams that like to frequent over on towards that western side of the zone. They're going to have to be jumping up into their vehicles, and they're going to have to be pushing all the way across if it is where they are looking to be going. But of course, we'll wait and see where it is exactly these teams will be making their way up into, and of course also where that first initial zone is going to be forming. I'm honestly hoping that it could potentially be moving to that western side, just because I like the teams having a bit of a struggle here. At the end of the day, they are fighting for the title here, and also a little bit of that prize money as well. You know, so you got to make them at least work for those results. But here we are, several teams now starting to make their way on down. We see a few teams heading down up in towards Los Leones. We got the players there from Sincerity already dropping down in towards Puerto. Of course, Picado looks to be a nice central point there. We can see the players there from LLJ heading in that exact direction. Of course, G3 going to be dropping in their usual position up in towards San Martin. With the players there from the Outsiders hard on their heels. We're going to be seeing the team there from 12 Clan actually pushing up in towards El Azahar. And with that, also a very spread out drop coming in from the side here of Undisputed AE. The players there from Atrox just up in towards Impala. And this is where we wait to see who is rotating up with LLJ. Will they have free reign? Are they going to be able to defend their position? It does seem like they are going to be having to put up quite a bit of a fight if they want to secure that position, as they find themselves moving up alongside the players coming in from the side there of Team 7. That zone will be centered up towards the north, so it's not exactly what I had hoped for, but it'll do. It'll work. Of course, the Outsiders already positioned in a very centralized region of the zone. Gorilla Insider now taking a little bit of a spread there. Get the players there from Modern Force up on towards that far northern side, alongside the players coming in from Beta 7 with Unsullied Army all the way towards Tierra Bronca on that northeastern side. But now we look to see what's going to be unfolding up in towards Picado. As I've mentioned, we got the players held up there, being the side of Team 7, sharing the space and having to defend it. But of course, it is going to be full. It is going to be Ravage, as well as Step Bro. And they're going up against the players there from LLJ. Now we're just going to be doing a little bit of a waiting, hoping to see the action, the insanity unfold between these teams. We got the players here now just going about their looting phase, going about their looting business. We've got Ravage, of course, now moving up around those pink buildings. Hope already pushing out of the casino. Keeping a very watchful eye there on towards Ravage. Num also now just moving in for a little bit of that reinforcement. But fortunately for Ravage, he's got Step Bro in the opposing building. Or rather, the adjacent building. But Natsu and Sad are going to be all the way over in towards the L shape. Holding on towards that southern point for the time being. We're definitely not seeing these teams being overly aggressive, playing a little bit more of a calculated, cautious approach. But ideally, we'd want to see those shots, those angles, those spray downs come through. And it's a good decision coming in from LLJ, looking to maybe, fall back onto the safety of that building behind them. We also in the meantime, going to be waiting to see where our teams are going to be heading on through. Sad now over on towards that L shape. Grabbing the loot, going through their phase. Meanwhile, the players coming in for the side there of Modern Force. We'll see them all the way up in towards Oasis. It's not too often that we see the teams actually venture that far in towards the north. But of course, it is still early game. They can afford to go pretty much anywhere for the time being, as long as they get themselves set up in a fairly strong position in anticipation of the next zone, or potentially in that transitional period, making their way up into the zone itself. We're going to be seeing our winner chicken dinners, or the chicken dinner winners rather, up in towards Los Leones, alongside the players there from Angels Demons. The Angels Demons, of course, not just on the outskirts, those outlying regions. Team coming in there from Young Thunder Zimbos are going to be positioned up in towards Chumacera. And with that, not surprised to see that whole western side being completely untouched. Well, it makes sense because, the zone, it is focused over on towards the east, but also up on towards that northern side. So not going to be seeing any teams really venturing in from there. It could be a pretty good option with regards to those rotations, seeing that we have quite a bit of open spaces on the side of Crater Fields, even potentially up in towards La Cobreria. We'll have to wait and see where the teams choose to go. Unsullied, or rather the players there from Undisputed AE. Holding on the outside of Impala. Sincerity now starting to make their approach. Heading up towards the zone. This could potentially mean that we could see them getting into that engagement. Of course, all dependent on how aggressive they are looking to be getting in this match. Oh, Vindog with a little bit of a rumble, stumble, and a park right next to the wall. And, well, without even batting an eyelid, it just gets right back into the rotation, continuing to push further and further forward. Of course, Willie still positioned quite some distance away. Could be a bit of a nice setup having that off-angle play. So you can have Willie positioned up into that very centralized region. Of course, we do see the players now from the outsiders also venturing up into a very similar kind of approach here, looking to get themselves set up in the zone. A little bit of caution, but of course we can see that compound is open for the taking. Willie is positioned on the opposite end of the road. So not too much to worry about, but we do see the outsiders coming in with only a 3-man team here. So that does affect their strategy going through this game somewhat. But it shouldn't have any drastic impact on that just yet. Of course, we've got the players there from G3 also now rotating up in towards Hacienda del Patron. A slow, steady approach across the board as the teams continue to make their advances up in the direction of the zone. This time around, I want to see the teams really utilize those strategies, those tactics. Bring in those 500 IQ plays. Already, we saw quite a bit of aggression coming in from the players here of Sidemen. So maybe they'll look to continue with those efforts as they've got Sleepy, Reverb, Matrix, as well as 21 Sway up in the mix. LLJ, of course, just positioned up ahead. Could this be the play for them? Could this be another early start for the players here from Sidemen to get right down to business, up close and aggressive? Already we see Sway now. Moving up. Up comes the rush. Sleepy and Matrix pushing up right onto the front line. Oh, there we go. Natsu gets taken down. It is now up to Sad. Up comes Matrix. The jump shots come through, but an absolute aggressive push coming through from them. Nam now trying to come in with a bit of suppressive fire, but it's not going to be enough. Gets taken right on down. It all turns now to Hope. The hopes and dreams of the team riding on the shoulders of a Hope. Quickly trying to get that res up in towards Nam. Oh, but of course, sidemen are not going to be sitting on the side. They'll be running and looking to crash the body, and with that, getting their first clean sweep in this match. Already sitting on a very comfortable 4 kills. I'm curious to see how many more they're going to be looking to gain as they do start out on the south. Of course, the rest of the map still open for the taking, as we can see a nice convergence of teams now trickling down up in towards that more centralized position of zone. G3 themselves, fortunately this time around, is not going to be the first team getting sent back into the lobby, so already things are looking on the up and up for them. With Tomac, Gunner, Buden and Flacco now positioned up in towards Hacienda del Patron. Nice little bit of caution coming in here from them. I'm going to try and stay in this match as long as they possibly can. Of course, we know this is a very competent team. They are able to, play some pretty good PUBG. But of course, looking at the first match, they are entitled to have a bit of a stumble every now and again. Speaking about that, we jump straight up onto the players here from the outsiders who are stumbling their way around the terrain, heading towards a stronger position, or rather looking for a stronger position in which to occupy. But it is going to be the 3-man team here of the outsiders just roaming around. But they need to be careful. They can't do it all too willy-nilly. We got Shad now. Ooh, finding himself in quite the predicament up against the players here from Sincerity. And with that, the spray comes through. Shad gets taken right on down. And now Orisa is going to be looking to make a bit of a hold here. Oh, as Sincerity comes swooping in. Orisa now, the last player in this position. Wonder still to rotate up. Is it going to be a worthwhile decision to make? Of course, Rogue Baby up ahead was the first one down for Sincerity in the previous match. Looking to come back stronger in this one. Vindog also now getting ready to apply the pressure. Up comes that rotation alongside the wall. And with that, Orisa gets sent away. Wonder now looking to rush in, looking to avenge the teammates. But will it be enough, or is it going to be a little bit too late? Already a few knocks up in towards Sincerity. You can see Wally is down. Wonder now trying to wrap around the exterior, trying to get that off-angle play right up on towards them. But now, of course, the players here from 12 Clan, they've heard the shots. They've been drawn in like moths to a flame. But now the pressure is on it to Wondo's trying to come in with those suppressive shots, but it is just a constant back and forth. The Sincerity push forward. Rogue Baby landing the deadly blow, and with that sending away the players of the outsiders. Our second team back up in it towards the lobby. The players here from 12 Clan are, of course, going to be keeping a very watchful eye on that. And G3, meanwhile, will be striking down now onto the team here from Sidemen as they venture a little bit too far up ahead. They've now been reduced down to Sway, who's trying to get that res back up into Sleepy. But of course, Reverb and Matrix already packing their bags and heading right on back into that lobby. G3 looking to be in some good form here. They have a decent spread up on the hill already. The shots finding their way on through. Sway now trying to break away, trying to disengage, trying to get the heck out of there. But the vehicle, of course, getting, smoked up. We see those shots come through as well. Sleepy now alongside Sway here as they push further and further into a safe position. Of course, the ever watchful bird right there, keeping us entertained, keeping a very watchful eye on things. But of course, well, the players here from Sidemen will also have to keep their eyes open. You can see Angels Demons now positioned on the hill right above them. Quite a bit of danger could still be coming for them. Of course, if we have a quicker look at the map, we can see G3 now venturing forth, looking to see if they can find players that just eluded them. But Atrox now, they've also moved a little bit closer, so we could see a fight potentially breaking out between Atrox and G3. And meanwhile, up north, we got the players there from the side of Modern Force as well as Beta 7. And then, of course, the players coming in from the Unsullied Army. Still having to commit to those rotations, looking to push up into safety. And, I mean, for the time being, that whole entire northern territory looks to be quite comfortable. There's, of course, quite a few mountains. A lot of that terrain to really utilize to sneak your way back in towards that zone. Same can be, of course, be said coming in for the players there of Young Thunder Zimbos. Very comfortable spot indeed for them to be in. Meanwhile, we'll see the players here from Sincerity looking to make a bit of a play here. Not quite sure actually where Beta 7 is going. They seem to be pushing up towards Unsullied Army for reasons that do not make any sense to me. Are they going to be committing to this push, or are they just collecting vehicles? We'll have to wait and see. Of course, it does seem like the vehicle is a bit stuck for the time being, as Null is trying frantically to get it loosened up, ready for the taking. Bad man. And Null now getting ready to push. There we go. Vehicles sorted out, and happy campers they are, rolling back in towards the zone. But now we look to see where our next potential fight could be coming from. Of course, we see Sway and his teammate now just rotating into a more southern angle there. Just trying to hide away as long as they possibly can. All their strategies now getting tossed to the wind as they've lost two of their players. And now, as a two-man team, they have to try and find their way around this map. Already the fight's now breaking out between Rilla and Cider, and the players there from Sincerity up in center zone as we wait to see where that blue zone is going to be taking us as the teams continue to push further and further forward. G3 also just slowly but cautiously advancing a little bit more into that centralized position. Meanwhile, we'll see Vindog and the rest of the players here from Sincerity now trying to set up their stronghold, trying to focus their efforts on towards the team there from Rilla and Cider. But Rilla and Cider, of course, coming in with a very split position here. As you can see, those plays now coming through. Oh, up comes the rush coming in from Broly. I come in with that off-angle position here. We've got Rogue Baby just positioned up ahead. Oh, but the hits are just lasered onto Broly. He's not able to get the angle, but does find a bit of a potential spot on towards Willy. Meanwhile, we're going to see that trade-off come through from Vindog on towards him. Of course, Trip taking a little bit of damage as well. Ro also just quickly applying that res up towards Broly so they can continue their fight. Trip really far away, but up comes an absolutely amazing grenade. As the players there now from this inside of Sincerity apply the pressure. They want to try and secure themselves a few decent points, a few decent plays. But of course, the side here of the Rilla Insider team really taking a lot of those off-angle plays. You can see Trip now still just holding on the offside, applying a little bit of a cover fire for his teammates, while Zeke continues to push forward, coming in for the res. Now, this is where Rilla Insider have the opportunity to get a quick reset. While we're not seeing a lot of aggression coming in from the side of Sincerity just yet. Not quite sure if they are aware of the amount of players they have huddled up behind this rise here. But up comes a beautiful grenade once again as Zeke now comes under fire. Ooh, Vindog pushes up once again, but he gets knocked right on down. Broly will, of course, now just be saved in the nick of time. So close to bleeding out. And with that, a slow, steady tap coming up in towards Vindog. Ro is going to be looking to push even further forward, looking to get aggressive. but he is halted right there in his bush. It is now going to be up to Willie and Rogue Baby. Make that stand. Of course, the trade-off coming through once again as the grenades get sent in. Rogue Baby does pick up a little bit of damage in the process. But let's see if the players here from Sincerity will be able to secure this position. Insider now having several opportunities to get those resets in, and with that, Zeke sends up an absolutely beautiful grenade right up in towards Aimbot and Rogue Baby, and the pressure now turns to Willie to try and get it done, but he chooses to disengage, which I believe is going to be a good call. They'll be able to survive a little while longer, but well, he doesn't push too far away just yet. It's still just hovering about. As we can see, that zone is also now starting to make its way even further on towards the eastern side. It has closed up a tad bit, but nothing too crazy just yet. We are, however, sitting in our third phase. We've got a few more phases to go, and Willie is going to be looking to play it a little bit risky up on the hilltop. Spots road down below, tries to get the spray down in, but it is on at such a range. With that, now Willie might have just signed his own death contract, as I'm pretty sure the players there from Rilla Insider are going to be looking to push up the hill, looking to get that clean squad wipe. We'll have to wait and see what it is they decide to do. Ooh, well, they're actually staying in their position, not committing too much just yet, but with that, Willie is going to be trying to just take the fight. He does find a beautiful set of shots on towards Broly. But it's not going to be enough to get that knock just yet. He came really, really close to it, of course. Up comes that rush now. Is it going to be the rush? No. Maybe Zeke is just trying to test Willie and see what the response time is. And ooh, what the level of awareness is. Meanwhile, we'll see the players there from Team S7 now finding their way up in towards the kill feed as we see that disengage now come through. Willie is going to be looking to just reposition a little bit further up on towards the north. Does spot, oh, a nice kill up ahead. Is going to get the confirm. Come on, get it done, get it done. Oh, yes, indeed. You can see Margay getting taken right on down. Oh, but Willie might now get shot in the back as Rilla Insiders continue to push forward. The players there on the opposite side going to be coming in from the Modern Force team, looking to avenge their teammate. And with that, Willie does lose his life. Now, Rilla Insiders continue to push on towards the players coming in from the side of Modern Force. But we see the team here from Beta 7 moving in just down and below. Nice cheeky approach, cheeky angle coming in there from them. Of course, that blue zone is going to be making its way on through. Once again, the teams will now have to rotate up in towards this western side. Meanwhile, we'll see the players here from S7 still looking to hold on as they find themselves in a fairly interesting position. Of course, the team here from Atrox just up ahead, and it is now going to be riding on a Hitman to try and revive his team back up into fighting form. Of course, the same has already happened on the side of Atrox. So you can see the moves now coming through. Dead are about to come around the corner. And with that, a Hitman goes right down Step Bro. Looking to make a bit of a play, but it's not going to be enough as he too gets sent right on off into the lobby. And now we are down to our final 12 teams. Of course, players here from Undisputed AE are going to be using this opportunity while there's a little bit of distraction further down to that southern side to reposition, get themselves set up within the zone. Meanwhile, G3 are going to be finding themselves alongside the players coming in for the side there of the Young Thunder Zumbos. Ooh, but Tomac peeks a little bit too long, gets picked right on up. Pressure's going to be on. Well, we see the Zumbos make that play, of course. Regret just tapping away there at the fake doctor. Picking up a nice confirm for the team. Flacco now trying to scope it out, trying to see if he can find that angle on towards the players here. Oh, Mr. Muffin Man gets taken right on down as Buden finds the angle. Up comes the rush now from G3. Quick reposition. Good flighty up ahead. Come on. Oh, David trying to get it up. That puts the shots a little bit more up in towards Tomac. Buren coming in with the rush. Oh, Gunner takes a few hits. David goes down. Up comes Bull and Flighty on the front line. Down goes Bull. Down goes Flighty. And down goes the entirety of the Young Thunder Zimbos. G3 looking absolutely amazing right now. And now that we turn it on towards the players here coming in from Angels Demons, as they look to come in with a bit of a third party of their own. They need to be careful because you've got a Young Thunder position up on the hilltop. And of course, G3 just on the opposite end. But it does seem like they've turned all their focus onto the players there from G3. Meanwhile, the fights will continue. G3 now starting to tap away. A few hits heading off into the distance there. B7. Beta 7 coming in with a few hits of their very own. Angels Demons still looking to play this fuel station. Not moving up too much just yet. But meanwhile, B7 will be looking to strike down as they find the hits. Are they going to get the squad wipe locked and loaded? It is going to be Rilla Insider right up ahead of them. With that, we'll see Izzy now also picking up a beautiful trade-off in the meanwhile. But the pressure is going to be on. Rilla Insider getting their players back up. Now being quite cautious with the angles. Not looking to find themselves in anything too compromising. Oh, but up comes the grenade though. Being sent right up into Batman. Club now just looking to push in for that res. And of course Jesse and Mexi are also fighting it out from that off angle. Up comes the push now as the players here from Rilla Insider look to get aggressive, rushing forward. Mickey very low on health. A good opportunity now for them actually to strike down onto Rilla Insider as Trip is the last remaining hopeful, looking to make a play. Up he comes rushing in, tries to get the trade-off, but instead gets sent away. And with that, we are down to only 7 remaining teams. It's going to be the players here from Undisputed AE positioned over on towards this eastern side. We've got Unsullied Army up ahead. Also looking to find their own sweet spot up in it towards the zone. Regret and Co now rotating up. Regret getting hit as he pushes forward. Jesse, all up on the hill, faces several hits coming towards him. Manages to just narrowly duck up into hard cover, but it's not going to be enough. As Azar comes in with a beautiful spray down, reaching all the way across, still managing to get that knock on through. But here we are now, the teams all looking to push up on towards the north as that southern position is completely exposed. Not a lot of angles really to make much use of, and it is going to come down to Regret and Mexi to try and bring it through for the team. Of course, Regret now just getting lit up as the team here from Undisputed come on swinging. Inspector quickly popping a few painkillers there just to make that healing process a little bit faster as they get ready to push on through. Is this going to be the play for them? Will we see them now get that clean squad wipe onto the players from from Unsullied Army? Tazik now, right on the front line, just holding the ridge line. 7 teams remain, everyone in such close proximity. And with that, all that is needed is one very well-placed nade to clean it up. Meanwhile, Angels Demons are going to be keeping a very watchful eye as things do start to heat up. G3 going to come in swinging as they rush up onto the players there from Young Thunder. Zimbos Undisputed going out in the open, trying to make their play, trying to push back into zone, but the blue zone is applying quite a bit of pressure. Tazik now trying to jump over something. Could be the push coming in off of the side there. Tomac just breaking a little bit of glass as the players here from B7 look to get aggressive on towards Undisputed. Inspector is going to be down. Azar does get traded off, and now the pressure all comes down to Tazik. Beta 7 not looking too aggressive here. I mean, they've had such a beautiful opportunity right in front of them, but it has so far been able to slip right through their fingers. We can see Tazik now getting ready to push up. He's going to try and make this play. He's got the Groza in hand, rather the Scar L in hand. Oh, G3 continuing with their efforts. Mickey now looking to reposition themselves back up in towards the zone. And with that, we can see several fights continuing to blaze on. Blaze here from a 12 clan down to their last remaining hopeful. It's going to be Fallback, who now needs to fall back as the Mollies continue to find their way in his direction. Buren, of course, not looking too phased by that for the time being. You only have 4 teams now remaining, 10 players still alive. And up comes Fallback. 6 kills already on board for the team. Oh, not quite sure why it's hopping in the vehicle. Here's going to be a moving target, and everyone and their cousin is going to be focusing their efforts onto that vehicle as we see the beautiful explosion now coming through. It is going to be still a bit of a fight up on towards that northern side. Oh, but down goes Tazik, and it is now down to our final 2 teams. It is going to be G3 and the players coming in here from Beta 7 to fight it out for that winner chicken dinner. Who's going to be the team to take it home? G3 looking to reign supreme, looking to assert the dominance. Beautiful comeback coming in here from them, being the first team back in the previous game. Now, finding themselves all the way up in towards that top 2, fighting it out with the players from the side here of Beta 7. Already now Nell getting taken right on down. Badman, Club, and Mickey finding themselves in a very uncomfortable position. Oh, Nell gets traded away. Up comes Gunner. Blacko, everyone looking to get right down to business. Club goes down and it is up to Mickey, but he's caught in the crossfire. Does pick up Gunner though, does pick up Buden, but eventually gets traded off and backs his bag. G3 come in with an absolutely insane clutch, insane chicken, and 21 kills on board. Buden just going to town with 10 kills to his name. Of course, players there coming in from Beta 7, taking that second position. Undisputed AE finishing up in the 3rd place. Beta 7 coming in strong on 6 kills. Of course, players there from Undisputed finishing off their place. We can see with 8 kills on board. 12 Clan finishing up in 4th place with 6. And then the Angels Demons taking that 5th position. Team coming in there from Young Thunder Zimbos finishing up in 6th place. Unsullied Army up in 7th. The players from Sidemen taking 8th place this time round. Rilla Insider up in 9th. Atrox over in 11th. The players there from Modern Force up in towards 11th place. Of course, Young Thunder having to settle for that to 12th place. The players there from Team S7 up in 13th. We got Sincerity up in 14th place, with the Outsiders up in 15th, and LLJ being the first team sent away. So absolutely insane game once again. But the good news is we are only halfway. We have yet another edition of Murmar coming your way. But again, got to give it to G3. Absolutely beautiful comeback coming in from them. Will they be able to continue those efforts as they return back onto Murmar for our 3rd match? We'll have to wait and see. Of course, also expecting to see a bit of a stronger performance coming in from the players of Sidemen as they were establishing quite a bit of dominance in that first game. So, who will be the victors in the next game? We don't know. We'll have to stick around to find out. But of course, on that, we are going to be jumping up into a quick break. So be sure to join us back in a short few minutes. Hello and welcome back. We're getting ready to move on into our third match of the day. First match, we saw the players there from Sidemen stepping up with an absolutely insane clutch, coming in with that 19-pointer. Of course, in the second match, we saw the players from G3 Temper coming in and reigning supreme with a 21 kill game. Absolutely insane stuff. Now, as we get ready to step into our third game, I'm curious to see who's going to be the team to step up, claim the victory, claim the win, and of course, just how many kills they're going to be having on board. If we follow the trend that we've been seeing so far, 19, 21, the next one should be 23. Well, that's just based on the law of averages, I would assume, but we'll have to wait and see whether or not that is going to be the situation, as the teams are now getting ready to load on through up into our match. We'll be jumping up into that match in a short few moments, but be sure to give me your predictions. Let me know, who do you think is going to be the team to clutch it out in this third game? And of course, we want to give a big shout out there to King Price, who is, of course, powering this Super Cup. The King Price is the king of insurance. Of course, King Price should be your go-to insurer if you're looking to protect the things you love, be it your PC components, your consoles, your phones, your collectibles, anything pretty much. You know, of course, if it matters to you, it matters to King Price. King Price is stepping up their game by stepping into ours. They are bringing you epic esports competitions, and they protect your stuff. All right, so if you haven't done it already, go check them out. Go show them a bit of love, and yeah, go insure your things. I know I definitely have to do exactly the same. But of course, speaking of which, we're going to be jumping straight up into the game to see what we have to work with that flight path, and of course, where the teams are going to be dropping down into. As we jump straight on through, we can see that flight path is, of course, starting all the way over towards that southwestern side at Val del Mar, heading towards Campo Militar over on towards that northeastern side. So a very good split of the map here. The teams are going to be flying high. They're going to be satisfied. They're going to be happy jumpers. And now we need to see where exactly it is they're going to be looking to move up into. But also, we're going to have to wait to see where that zone is going to be going. Atrox is, though, moving down on towards that southwestern island, which is, again, something we don't see too often. So they'll have that entire island at their disposal to go about their looting business, do whatever it is they choose. If they want to do backflips out in the open, they can do them. But of course, we see a nice concentration of teams now also starting to jump out close towards Picado, San Martin Graveyard, as you can see the teams breaking off, heading off in their respective directions. Of course, the outsiders are venturing fairly close up towards Monte Nuevo. You can see the team there from Sidemen. They are going to be pushing right up in towards Los Leones alongside the team coming in from Angels Demons. We've got a Young Thunder up in towards, I believe that is going to be potentially La Bendita. And now we wait to see where this first zone is going to be appearing, as that would be quite a big determining factor for the position of a lot of these teams. We'll be finding out pretty soon, but of course, be sure to give your predictions up in the chat. I can tell you with certainty that one of these teams you see on the map is going to be the one take home the victory. And of course, the zone shifts right back to where it was in the previous game, positioned up in towards the northwestern side, northeastern side rather. With that, the players there from Beta 7 as well as Unsullied Army find themselves in a very comfortable position. They can also now go at their looting business without having any fear of any teams venturing too close towards them. Similar thing, of course, can be said for the players there from 12 Clan, but if we look towards that southern side, that is where things look a little bit more heated, as we got the team here from Undisputed. Fairly close proximity to one of the opposing teams here. So I'm curious to see whether or not they're going to be bold and look to push, apply a little bit of pressure. You can see them now just moving about La Bendita, right on the edge of the crater here. Some really nice scenery to take in. And that is probably what Ace is doing. He's running around, enjoying the sights. Probably wondering where the water is. Answer is easy. It's east. Just head east. You'll find it over there on the coastline somewhere. But of course, you can't do that all too much just yet, as he does need to keep a very watchful eye on the players coming in from the side there of Young Thunder, who we have positioned just to the north, of course, right up smack dab in that crater. If we look a little bit further down towards that southern side, see the players there from Team S7, just exploring a Picardo still, going about their loot business. Of course, the players here from Young Thunder Zimbos will be positioned up in towards Los Leones. Not necessarily a position where you want to stay in, but it is going to be a good position to get that looting phase sorted. There's usually a good concentration of loot all over the place. But it's going to be a more reserved start coming into this game. No early game aggression. No exception. No insane plays just yet. I mean, the teams, of course, they're just going to be looking to go about their business. We do see sidemen, however, venturing up in towards Los Leones. So we could maybe see that fight break out between them and the players coming in there from Young Thunder Zimbos. But we'll have to stick around to wait and see what exactly it is they'll have for us. Meanwhile, Atrox moving through Los Higos all the way down on that far southern side. Of course, as I mentioned, the players here from the sidemen are going to be making their way up in towards Los Leones. So this is almost a complete opposite with regards to the temperament of the teams coming into this match. As we, if we compare it to what we had coming into our first Miramar map. It does seem like Sway's gotten stuck in the window. Matrix is going to be all the way on that far southern side. Not alone, though. Ooh, this could maybe be the start of a beautiful thing. Oh, we see that fight come through. Oh, we had Hunter there from Angels Demons also just moving in on that southern side. A very spread out position coming in from a lot of these teams. And I'm curious to see whether or not Angels Demons are actually going to be looking to venture up in towards Los Leones. Oh, wow. Danny Brown showing off a little bit there. He is on an absolute roll as he makes quite an entrance coming up in towards Los Leones. And then, of course, quickly just turning around and heading off in the opposite direction. But I guess, Danny Brown is just too cool for school. Just comes in, pops a quick maneuver, and off he goes back to the usual stuff, continuing with their rotation along that southern line. They could potentially be heading towards Impala. That would definitely be quite the wraparound approach. Maybe they're looking just to get up on towards that main road, looking to see if they could find a good rotational path along that way. But we'll have to wait and see where exactly it is they decide to choose to go. Whoop. Danny just trying to dodge a few trees and buildings and boulders and rocks and whatever else we have remaining on the map. Of course, that quick refuel is going to be coming through. Meanwhile, Sway is also now looking to make his way on through. There we go. Clutch coming in with a prediction. Clutch says that Young Thunder are going to be taking the dub here. So, thank you so much for your comment there, Clutch. Much, much, much appreciated. But we're going to have to wait and see whether or not that is going to come true. Because if we look at these positions, Young Thunder are looking to venture a little bit further up in towards the zone. You can see Tata there on the front line. Ooh, he might actually find a bit of an angle on towards Shad. Outsiders. It's rolling on up. See Shad and Orisa. Tata has got that Mini 14 locked, loaded, and ready to roll. But will it now be that play? Is it going to be the shot? Ooh, he does seem to be a little bit isolated. Doesn't have a lot of reinforcements here. Of course, as we move on towards Poison, we can see Poison slowly starting to make their way up in towards that direction. Moving up alongside Moose and Abukad. Ooh, he's going to get pretty excited here. Grabbing a little bit of air as he makes his way across the terrain. Meanwhile, ooh, yes, indeed, Danny Brown has now been knocked right on down. They're going up against the players from Undisputed. AE is going to be up to Roach, Hunter, and Angelo to hold on to see if they can make a swing and potentially grab a bit of a win here. Of course, we still have 13 teams holding up in this game. 50 players still remain, and with that, Danny Brown goes down. He was number 51. And Angels Demons are reduced down to only 3 remaining hopefuls. Tazik and Co up on the hill. Ooh, are going to be looking to make a bit of a play here. Ace just exploring a tad bit more. We got Angelo coming in with that off angle as well. Coming in from the south. He's got his M24 in hand. Finds the first shot on towards the Inspector. Is he going to be able to get the confirm, though? Inspector is so low on health. And this could be that saving grace distraction actually coming in for Angels Demons. Angelo is able to push on through. It would open up that opportunity for Hunter and Roach now to apply a little bit of their own pressure. We could see the rest of the team now. They're coming in from the side of Undisputed, rotating up. And that is exactly what they do. But hopefully the rest of Angels Demons follow suit. Rush in behind them, looking to get a bit of a jump. You can see Madara is going to be wrapping around, trying to get a little bit of a fortification. Ooh, but Steady does it. Hunter and Roach. So on the approach here, are we going to see them commit and move into their teammate? Angelo, of course, still just huddled down, trying to keep it steady, trying to keep it clean. Oh, but it does seem Angelo is about to get rushed. Up comes Inspector. Oh, they're trying to see if they can pick up any of those audio cues. Ace, Tazik, also now just moving up onto the high ground right behind him. This is where Angelo needs to play a next level possession. He's not going to have a lot to work with once they start firing. It's going to be a 1v4. Inspector, Madara, Ace, as well as Tazik. Now looking to push forward as that blue zone is making its way on in. Up comes those rotations. Ooh, Ace opting for a little bit of a smoky vehicle. Not the safest decision, but I guess it works. There's quite a few vehicles scattered out in the open here. Oh, but that is what we want to hear. We want to hear those shots fly. There we go. Oh, down goes Roach, though. Hunter now having to push up Inspector. Position just outside the building. But fortunately, he has been knocked down. Madara is holding on the back end. Angelo now having to reposition, looking to swoop in with that M24 once again. Inspector picks up Hunter, and now it all comes down to Angelo. Is he going to be able to clutch this out? Will he be able to avenge his teammate? It is going to be a pretty tough push, whichever way it goes. But here we are. Ooh, Wanda finds that first trade-off coming up in towards the sidemen. Angelo now out on the open field. Come on, Angelo. We have a quick look onto the map. We can see the players there, of course, now from the outsiders feeling the pressure as they are getting rushed. Let's quickly jump in to see what is unfolding here. Orisa on the high ground here. Ooh, R up ahead. I like the pirate push. R keeping an eye on things. Cooking the nade up. Getting ready to send it out. Oh, it heads up towards Matrix. Oh, it doesn't find the damage just yet. Up comes that rush as they move forward. Oh, Shad gets picked up. R out on the open. Reverb now starting to circle. Oh, up comes the hits. Beautiful grenades. Now it all comes down to Orisa. Orisa now quickly trying to put a little bit of ground in between some hard cover. Nice! Down goes Sway. Oh, but the jump shot coming in from Reverb will be enough. And that is all she wrote. With that, the outsiders get sent away right back up into the lobby, ready to wait for Erangel. Meanwhile, we'll see the players here from Young Thunder Zimbos, as well as the team there from Undisputed, continuing their way on towards the zone. Meanwhile, Angelo is able to survive, being able to huddle up for the time being. But let's jump on towards the players here from the side of the Young Thunder Zimbos. The shots come through. Down goes David. Down goes Flighty, Billy, and Muffin Man. Oh, trying to get in between some ridge lines. Just trying to hide away for the time being. Absolutely crazy push. As the players here from Undisputed have a golden opportunity delivered right to them. Of course, we're going to see Billy now rotating along that western side. Ideally, we would have liked to see Billy and Muffin Man rotating up together. But unfortunately, it is going to be the fate of the Young Thunder Zimbos. Are going to be reduced down to 2. And now we wait to see where this next phase will be taking us. Blue Zone is going to start closing up pretty soon. Angelo could be in a pretty good position here. Could really capitalize on this element of surprise. He's coming in right behind. Whoop, the players there from Undisputed. But not quite sure what Undisputed is going to be doing with that position just yet. Right, so getting ready to roll. Continue with their rotation. We're going to push up in towards zone. They are down to, well, still all 4 players. 5 kills already on board. Inspector looking for parking. Meanwhile, Ace is going to be quickly just refueling before they continue with that push. Up in the north, things are still fairly quiet for the time being. LLJ, of course, the players here from Beta 7, just keeping to themselves. Not looking to get into anything just yet. Waiting to see where these next few phases will be taking them and how to then best rotate from those positions moving forward. Meanwhile, we'll see the players here from Team 7. Oh, taking a bit of a swing over on towards G3. G3 finishing super strong in the previous match on a 21 kill game. Full with a slow, steady tap on towards Bearden. Doesn't find any damage just yet, but it's not going to stop him from trying. He's got the angle, but he needs to be careful. Doesn't overpeak this position too much. Of course, we can see Gunner also just separating himself from that compound. If, you know, when all else fails, just not shooting at the vehicles. So at least you know that they can't rotate out so quickly. But that second zone is going to be closing up. We're just going to be waiting to see where the third phase is going to be taking us. Oh, and it centers up towards Hacienda del Patron and, of course, the open fields. So this is going to be an absolute bloodfest once the teams start making their move, trying to get back up in towards that zone. But it's all going to be coming down to those first come, first serves kind of positions. You can see the players here from S7 now getting ready to just scoot up a slight tad bit, but they got to be careful because here comes the players in from the side. Oh, of Sidemen. But of course, G3 still positioned over towards the north is going to be looking to apply their own amount of pressure on towards them full. Going to be scoping it out once again. Oh, but they need to be super careful with these positions. Step Bro is going to be tapping away at G3. Not finding any hits just yet, but he is taking a few in exchange. Ravager. Oh, Inspector now running over Bull. That is the way to go. Of course, we see Tomac. Gunner up ahead for G3. But let's see what is happening right down on towards that southern side as UAE claim another life for the players there of Young Thunder Zimbos. But of course, the players moving up here from the side of the Sidemen are going to be looking to explore a little bit. We can already hear those shots being tapped away. Sleepy almost on the front line. But of course, Reverb is looking to get quite cheeky up in front as he ventures forward. Looking to see if he can find that approach. Oh, but Atrox, they've also now moved in. Spots an angle in the window. Doesn't get any hit markers. But it was probably worth a shot, I guess. But here we go now. Atrox atop the hill. They are going to be tapping away. Stepbro does finally get that shot up on towards G3 as Gunner now gets downed. Reverb using this opportunity to advance. Atrox coming in from the side. We got Muffin, Jones, and Grim. Still got 12 teams remaining. Not a lot of space really to work with for these teams. You can see the eastern side being heavily contested. But that entirety of the west is going to be open for the taking. Curious to see if anyone's going to actually dare push up into that direction. They could have some pretty smooth sailing should they choose to move up to there. Of course, Undisputed are going to be taking their sweet time over on that southern side, waiting to see where the zone is going to be moving. Angelo, meanwhile, will be pushing up as well, just playing the slow, steady, long game. He plays there from Undisputed, or rather, Unsullied Army. Also slow and steady does it. They don't want to get sent back too early. To play these angles as long as they possibly can. Of course, the players coming in here from the side of Team 7. Keep a very watchful eye towards the players coming in from the side of the Sidemen. Sidemen definitely not getting overly aggressive, but we've got that zone popping up now once again, moving. Ooh, even further forward. Oh, Angelo does pick up Mr. Muffin, though, as Mr. Muffin was moving up in towards zone. Getting traded off. Cool now. Looking to see if anything can be spotted towards Atrox. But unfortunately, there's quite a big ridge line in the way. Ravage. Taking his aim towards Jones. Jones going to be looking to push in, but oh... The moment he moves, everyone just opens fire. Up comes Nazi. Oh, come on. Is Jones going to get it? No, it gets picked up by Stepbro. Izzy just now on the opposite end there. Nazi has been knocked right on down. And what an interesting position for the players here from 12 Clan. Actually to move up into right atop the team there from Atrox. So if the zone itself wasn't difficult enough, they come rushing in from the oven, straight up into the fire. Of course, now Izzy is going to be taking quite a bit of that spray down towards him. Oh, Mandara gets popped up on Unsullied Army, or rather the team from Undisputed. Caught in a very tough spot. The hits continue to fly up towards Izzy. Is he going to be able to make it? We don't know just yet, but let's jump up into Undisputed as we can see Tazik and the rest of the team now also just trying to hold on for dear life. Oh, they're trying to get the spray up towards Inspector, trying to secure the position, but up comes Regret. There's a team here from Untitled Army come in. Oh, Regret finding himself in a very compromising position. Oh, pop goes the buggy. Beautiful shot coming in from Tazik there. The sprays are not going to be stopping anytime soon. Got 11 teams, but not a lot of space separating these teams. As you can see, Inspector now is going to be trying to get a bit of a swing in. King does go down with that. Ansali, get ready to move, or rather, yeah, it is going to be Undisputed. Here we go. Maxi now just also pushing a little bit closer. Up comes Strata now, looking to get aggressive. Oh, Maxi is getting bombarded, but Trotter gets strutted right out of there. Nell finds the spray up on towards Maxi. Izzy gets the angle on towards Muffin. And now it is an absolute snowball of chaos as the teams continue to fight. Angelo is going to be making a push on it towards Jesse as well. Young Thunder caught out into the blue. They need to push. Oh, Angelo picks up the trade-off on towards Jesse. Of course, now Izzy applying the pressure on it towards Atrox, but up comes the saving grace from Badman. It's pretty high stakes here once again as the teams continue to fight. It is going to be Jones and Grim holding up alongside the team here from Beta 7 as they too now start to push further forward. Oh, those mollies just blazing away. The rush coming through. Jones trying to duck this way and that. Oh, is it going to be enough? No. Beta 7 step up to close it out. And with that, 6 teams remain to fight it out for that winner chicken dinner. Of course, we got the players positioned up ahead. S7 just on the eastern side of zone. LLJ still alive, making their own push coming in from that northern side. G3, meanwhile, will be pushing up in towards the zone. Flacco trying to see if he can pick off a quick shot. Oh, G3 now looking to assert a bit of dominance up on towards the north. But it is going to be quite a bit of fighting between all these teams involved as the final 6 teams now get ready to get down to business. Flacco with a quick reposition, grabbing the buggy, trying to get the heck out of there. We can see Tazik, of course, finding that shot up on towards Matrix. Up comes LLJ, pulling in right alongside G3, and up comes Tomac. Oh, just obliterating them. And, of course, the players there from S7 finding a few shots, at least being able to pick off a few of the kills there. Of course, now the players coming in from the side of Flight Men are going to be looking to reposition up into a little bit of a stronger position in that zone. Undisputed are going to be moving up right behind them. Ooh, could this be the play to make? Ace, Madara, and Tazik just narrowly making it onto that southern side of zone. Blue zone is, of course, going to start moving up as well. And it's going to be looking pretty grim for the players there from Beta 7. Ace, meanwhile, will come under heavy fire as he looks to reposition that vehicle. Oh, but they haven't gotten up into hard cover just yet. Very, very exposed positions indeed for them. But of course, you can say the exact same for the side here of G3. We have up on towards the north, feeling the pressure, feeling the pain. The players coming in now. They're from the side of Team 7, S7. We can't even see the fight, let alone... Oh, come on, jump into it. Where is it at? Where is it at? All right, is Buren going to give us the angle? Not quite sure. Come on, come on. Where's it at? Oh, it's too late. We're too late. The blue zone took them out and off they go. Now we are down to our final 3 teams. It is going to be G3. It is going to be the players from Sidemen as well as Undisputed AE fighting it out for control of this final few phases. So 2 of our chicken dinner winners making it up into this final few zones with the players there from Undisputed AE looking to be the team to grab the chicken dinner from them. But is it going to be enough to force out into the open field? Oh, Sleepy gets traded off. Sway now having the opportunity to get that res up on towards Reverb. G3 holding on to the 3-man team. Undisputed sitting on 3. Sidemen also on 3. Oh, but Sway, feel the pressure. Here we go. Reverb now looking to push onto Sleepy to get that res, but Madara is looking to push forward. Oh, up he comes with the confirm. Reducing the players there, of course, now down to 2. Blue Zone also starting to make its way in, but a beautiful play coming through as the team here from Undisputed wipe out the squad of Sidemen. Now it is going to be G3 up against UAE, who will be taking it home. The zone does shift up in favor of UAE. But of course, G3 are looking to play that ridge line. Trying to milk it as long as they possibly can. What's really counting in the favor here of UAE is not only their position within the zone, but also the fact that they have some hard cover to utilize with relative certainty within the zone. Madara going to be holding that off angle. Oh, Tazik does get picked up. Up comes the rushes. Buden gets ready to push. Madara, where are you? Why are you not shooting? Getting a little bit distracted there with the smoke. Buden, Flacco, Tomac, up they come. Getting ready to push. Ooh, Madara now gets... he's been identified. The smokes, of course, are getting deployed. But is this going to be the push? Oh, yes. Up comes Flacco. Just narrowly ducking in between the rock there. Tomac picks up the knock on towards Tazik. It is now up to Ace and Madara to make it happen for UAE. If they want to stop G3 from claiming that chicken, they need to step it up. Oh, here we go. Final shuffle. G3 being able to strong arm their way back into the safety of the zone. The blue zone, of course, closing up once again. Madara playing the smoke. Doesn't have any cover to utilize. Oh, gets traded off. Up comes Tazik and Ace. Are they going to be able to get this push done successfully with that Tomac sensor sprays through, assisting with the demise there of Tazik? And we are up into our 8th phase. Tazik now feeling the sheer pressure come through as Tomac, Buden, and Flacco push up. Ace could make this play happen, could swoop around and just find that opening in towards G3, but he has not found it. There's no space, no room for any hesitation to come through. You need to move up with confidence, and will we see that come from Ace as Tazik now gets traded off, and this is that play, that moment. Will Ace make it? No! Down he goes as G3 step up and claim their second winner chicken dinner for today. Absolutely crazy performance coming in from them. Second match, they finished off with a 21 pointer. This time round, they finish off on 8 kills. So really strong day for them. Undisputed, of course, doing an absolutely fantastic job coming in with a very, very comfortable 18 kills to their name. Man, that was so close. Of course, we see the players there from Sidemen taking that 3rd place, finishing off on 4 kills. We got the team coming in from S7 up on 4th place with 4 kills on board. We got Beta 7 taking that 5th place. Wow, I can't count. 5th place with a very comfortable 6 kills. LLJ up in 6th place. Angels Demons in 7th. We got the players there from Atrox up in 8th place. We got Young Thunder finishing in 9th place. Of course, the players there from 12th clan up in towards that 10th place, Unsullied Army up in 11th, with Young Thunder Zimbos taking 12th place, and the Outsiders settling then for 13th position. But again, some pretty tough plays these players were presented with, an absolutely amazing start coming in there for G3, claiming their second victory for the day. So, of course, who knows? Maybe they'll be able to pull it off once again as they jump into our final match. And our final match will be seeing us heading straight back into Wrangle. Right where we started is where we shall end. And who knows? Maybe we could see the players from Sidemen stepping up with yet another amazing performance. Of course, give me your predictions in the chat. Let me know, who do you think is going to be the team to win our final match? And we'll see you back in a short few minutes right here. So don't go anywhere. What's up, guys? Welcome back. We're getting ready to move into our final match of the day. It's going to be match 4 right over on towards Erangel. And of course, you know, it is that time once again to jump in to see what the teams are going to be doing, who's going to be swinging. Give me your predictions in the chat. Let me know who you think is going to be the team to grab the victory right here on, of course, our Super Cup, powered by King Price Insurance, the kings of insurance. King Price should be your go-to insurer when you're looking to protect the things you love, be it your PC consoles, your components, your phones, your collectibles, and more. And of course, if it matters to you, insure it with King Price. King Price is stepping up their game by stepping into ours. They're here to bring you epic esports competitions and protect your stuff. Now, speaking about protecting your stuff, the teams will definitely have to protect their stuff as we get ready to roll on up into our final match here of the day. Already, we can hear some shots up in towards the background there. Not quite sure why we have it on just yet, but whichever way, we are going to be jumping into that momentarily to see what our teams are going to be bringing to the table. Who's going to be the team to clutch it out? We've got about 30 seconds or so left on the clock. So curious to see where that flight path is going to be going, where that zone is going to be forming up as well. So yeah, definitely give me your predictions. Let me know, do you think we're going to be seeing G3 reign supreme? They've already been doing so much work, bringing in an absolutely insane amount of plays throughout the entirety of the day here, getting 2 back-to-back winner-winner chicken dinners, and we are now just a few moments away from seeing whether or not they'll be accomplishing that for the final time here today. So without much further ado, we're going to be jumping straight into our game. So here we go. Jumping up into that Erangel action with, of course, our map showing us the flight path starting all the way over on towards that multi-power section, heading all the way across towards Savoni. So an almost centralized flight path. It is going to make reaching towards that western side a little harder for the teams that like to frequent Quarry, Peripia, Primorsk, you know, those kind of regions, but the rest of the map is going to be very, very accessible. Already we see the players from Undisputed making their way on down. Looks like they are going to be pushing all the way across on towards that ever lovely Nova Crates region. So they have quite a bit there to work with. So now we just got to wait and see whether or not they are able to make a successful push all the way across. G3 are going to be dropping into the usual spot, which is going to be that whole kind of farm setup for them, with the players there from S7 taking occupation of multi-power and the surrounding areas. Meanwhile, we'll see the players there from 12 Clan, as well as the team there from Angels Demons, looking to be dropping a little bit hot, but we got another team actually sharing that space with them. That, of course, is going to be the players coming in from Atrox, right up in towards Lebovka. So let's jump straight into that to see what is going to go down here. Will we have some crazy fights breaking out in the early game? Oh, there we go. Is he now keeping a quite a watchful eye? Trying to see if those angles come through so far. G3, of course, find themselves in a very strong position already on that leaderboard, being able to find quite a few points. And with that, I think they are leading with only 1 point, if I'm not mistaken. 1 point ahead. Of course, now Muffin does find the shots up on towards Nazi, as Nazi gets knocked up, sent away. And almost taken out, but not 100% just yet. Is he going to come in for that quick res? Izzy and Nazi like to play the southern approach. Of course, fall back. It's going to be looking to apply the pressure coming in from this eastern side. But Grim already taking to the high ground, looking to just capitalize on the position they've got to their disposal. Out comes the quick rush, as we can see fallback now looking to pull back up into safety. Jones is going to be on the front line. But a nice wraparound approach actually coming in up from the side here of 12 Clan. They got one of their players positioned all the way up on towards the north. A beautiful distraction coming through here from them. Jones and the rest of the team are going to be focusing all their efforts on towards them. Grim is going to be making a move. Up comes Black Rev. Player I was talking about. Oh, tries to step in with that DP, but is not able to find the hits just yet. So Black Rev now giving away his element of surprise, giving away his position. But yeah, let me know in the chat, who do you think is going to be the team to win this match? Is it going to be another G3 victory, or could we see one of the other teams potentially stepping up and reigning supreme? Of course, Atrox are going to be looking now to suppress the players here from 12 as they continue to push forward. Fall back, just waiting for those reinforcements to arrive. Izzy, Nazi, and fall back on the approach. Taking to the buildings, taking to the compounds, looking for the hard cover. Meanwhile, we're going to see Black Rev now just trying to stay in hiding. You got Grim and Jones, as well as Muffin, just spread out through the entirety here of Lubovka. Muffin moving towards Grim. Let's see if those angles can come through. So Atrox doing the sweep as they move further and further forward. Jones, meanwhile, will have to try and choose his poison. Choose who he's wanting to fight with. As you can see, Muffin and Grim now in hot pursuit there of Black Rev, but leaving poor old Jonesy here all alone to fight up against 3 players. So already the odds are being stacked up against poor old Mr. Jones here, but is he going to be able to make it up into safety? Of course, that zone very centered on the zone. We can see the players there from Sidemen as well as Young Thunder Zimbos, and of course the outsiders up in towards that school position. So not a lot of contention really coming in across this map. There's a big majority of the fighting we are currently seeing is over on towards the side here of Lipovka. Ooh, but Izzy now pushing up onto the roofs. Jones with a slow, steady approach. Looking to see if any of those angles could potentially pay off. Meanwhile, Grim and Muffin are going to be holding over on towards that eastern side, rather. Oh, Izzy is spotted. Up comes the heads, but of course now the fighting also continues to happen towards that school region. As we can see the heads continuing to fly in. Sway now finding the heads up on towards Billy. Let's see if we can jump into any of the action. We'll be keeping a very watchful eye on these fights. And of course, with that, oh, down goes Revo, but the push is on for school. Come on. Sway picks up the trade-off. And now they've got a very controlling position right here up in it towards the school region. It is going to be down to Mr. Muffin to try and hold on for the rest of his team. Oh, the shots now continue to fly. As you can see, the outsiders also venturing out of that Rozok position, just pushing up onto the hill. Some good vantage points they're able to get from that position. Let's quickly jump back over in towards the Bobcat to see what is happening between 12th Clan and the players here from Atrox, as they're now getting ready to go head to head. So Atrox still sitting on all 3 players up. Grim has been rezzed. But now we're waiting to see whether or not the players here from 12 Clan are going to be looking to get overly aggressive. Are we going to see that rush come through? I mean, they've been holding off on this fight for the longest time. Muffin and Jones, as well as Grim, are getting to push on towards Black Rev. We need to see those strategies come through. Oh, Muffin gets picked up. Arissa finds a head up on towards Matrix as well. So the outsiders are definitely looking to push in from Rozok. But let's see, is Jones going to be able to find a few more angles on towards the players there from 12 Clan, as they are now starting to descend upon the rest of the team. Nazi does get spotted. Jones tries to put the spray down in, but unfortunately is not able to land sufficient amount of hits with that. Oh, S7 apply the pressure on towards Angels Demons. Here we go now. Is he looking to get aggressive? Will this be the play coming in for 12 Clan? Oh, the outsiders get sent away as the sidemen defend their position up in towards school. Meanwhile, we'll see the straight off coming up in towards Jones. Nazi does get hit. Quick reposition coming in there from Izzy. But of course, oh, Black Rev gets taken down as well. So the pressure is going to be on to fallback, as well as Izzy to try and make the stand for the team. Not quite sure what approach Izzy is looking to make here. But a great push coming in from the side of Atrox. Muffin does get traded off in the meanwhile. Up comes Grim and Jones looking to push in. Izzy with a quick response. It is now down to Grim. Izzy now looking to clean house as the shots continue to fly. And with that, Grim goes right on down. 12 Clan managing to hold on to their position. Meanwhile, we jump in. We can see the players there from Angels Demons now striking down on towards Team S7. Up comes the pushes now on towards the outsiders, completely distracted with that looting phase, but quick to react at least, as they do manage to take down the advances there of outsiders. But now they are facing the challenge, as G3 themselves have also decided to venture up in towards the school buildings. Will they be able to hold them off? Both these teams have had their opportunity at that winner chicken dinner. We can see the mollies now getting flung back and forth. Gunner and G3 are going to be looking for those angles. See if they can find the approach. Oh, Sleepy does have a nade getting sent up right towards him. Here we go. G3 looking for that position. Meanwhile, the players from Sidemen are going to be just rotating through school, looking to push to the opposite end, over on towards that eastern side where they have their vehicles securely parked, ready to roll on through just to disengage from this position. And with that, of course, we see Sleepy, Sway, and the rest of the players from the side there. Oh, of Sidemen making their quick, hasty escape. Living to fight yet another day. Big brain play coming in there from them. Pulling in the players from G3. And then right as they get ready to strike, they just disengage, rotating away into safety. Meanwhile, we'll be jumping onto the players here from Angels Demons. We've been seeing fighting it out with the players there from, oh, Undisputed Hunter now. Oh, making a very difficult play, trying to go for the vehicle. But of course, it is out in the open, a very exposed position there to come through. Fortunately, Hunter is able to quickly fall back into safety. Not before taking several hits, and Undisputed, they've got this position covered. Danny Brown is going to try and find a few sprays on towards Azar. So Danny Brown, Angelo, and Hunter trying to secure their position. Oh, Hunter getting hit once again. Some beautiful spray downs coming through at the hand of the team there from Unsullied. Well, not Unsullied, my bad. That is the players, of course, from Undisputed. I get confused with all these U's. There's so many U's on the screen here. But of course, well, we're going to have to wait and see whether or not the players here from Undisputed are going to be looking to apply the shots, the pressure on towards Angel Demons, or are they going to just try their hand at these ranged assaults? You can see Angelo now getting hit up ahead. Azar coming in with that beautiful DP28. Slowly tapping away at them. There is going to be a fight for control of the southern section of the zone. As we can see, the rest of the teams now also making their way on forward. We are down to only 8 remaining teams. Side there of Sidemen as well as G3 sitting very centered up in towards the zone. Up comes those shots now once again from Azar. Not quite sure if Hunter is trying to taunt him into any of those shots. But definitely going to continue and try to get the confirms all the way through. Of course, quite a rotation coming in from the players here of Undisputed. Starting all the way in towards that southern side. Now making their way up on towards Shelter. Now eventually deciding to rush on in. Is this going to be the rush? Oh, they've gotten the knock on towards Angel's Demons. That is the opening they've been waiting for. You see Inspector also now taking a little bit of a wrap around approach. Up comes that full send from the players here of Undisputed. Oh, so first off, they start with a bombardment. The hits come through. Angelo gets traded off. It is now up to Danny Brown and Hunter. Oh, up comes the rush. Undisputed moving forward. Come on, is Hunter going to be able to hold them off? No, it all now comes down to poor old Danny Boy. Danny Boy hoping and praying that they come running in single file so he can just clear them up. But, well, of course, as we know, that doesn't happen. And with that, Undisputed step on forward and take down the Angels Demons. We are down to 7 remaining teams, and we have a nice concentration of teams now looking to push once more onto that more central region of the zone. Players here from the Unsullied Army. Yeah, got it right for once. Unsullied Army are going to be looking to take a few angles towards Beta 7. We can see on the opposite end of that river. But they need to be careful because up comes the team here of Sidemen. Looking to swoop in. Potentially clear it out. Up comes Sway. Up comes Sleepy. Regret now. Alongside Jesse. Waiting to see where they're going to be trying to rotate to. Regret now trying to come in with that quick tap. Down goes Sway. Sleepy now getting ready to push in. Oh, down he goes. Up comes the rush now from Matrix. Almost making a near instant U-turn. Quickly ducking in behind that ridge line. Oh, but of course Beta 7 are going to be taking their own swings at Unsullied Army. Oh, Matrix almost driving straight up into that nade as he now tries to make his way back into safety of Yasnaya, or at least the Yasnaya fields. But he does crash into a few of the obstructions. Fortunately for him, the players there from Unsullied Army weren't too aggressive in their attempts to get that knock. And that would have been the end of the players there for Sidemen. But of course, we're going to be jumping up on towards Beta 7 here as they are moving closer to the bridge, trying to get that positional play on towards the players there from Unsullied. Mexi is going to be making a quick rotation, looking to regroup back into the safety of the numbers. They've now forced themselves up into this fuel station. And this actually leaves it wide open for B7 to look to get a bit aggressive. Beta 7 will have a beautiful opportunity here. Meanwhile, Unsullied is trying to reset, regroup, recalculate. re-strategize and which way around they are going to be rotating through, as we see that zone now centering up even further on towards the north. Up comes Undisputed. The players there from 12 Clans still hanging around towards Mansion. Not pushing up too aggressively, but it is now going to be down to Matrix to try and bring it together for his team. They've already been able to find 6 kills. Up comes those rotations. Matrix now trying to stay hidden, trying to stay quiet, not get spotted. Little does he know, Undisputed have decided to pull up in towards us now. Fortunately for him, though, they're not in his immediate area. See Ace now off in the distance, looking to push further on towards that northern side. They've still got quite a bit of ground to cover to make it up into zone securely. Ace taking a quick pit stop, as one does when getting ready to fight. Of course, as we move on towards the players here from Young Thunder, we can see they're not getting ready to fight it out with G3. Gunner and Buden up ahead. So just looking to play that ridge line. Buden, meanwhile, is going to be continuing on. You can see that beautiful touch screen there. It's going to be listening to a few audiobooks as he drives around. Typical PUBG fashion. Of course, we're going to be seeing the players there from Beta 7 putting quite a bit of a halt to the advances coming in from the team here of 12 Clan, who's now been reduced down to only 2 remaining players. It is going to be Izzy. And then, of course, Black Rev. But a very delayed rotation coming in here from Black Rev. It is a slight bit of a saving grace, I'd say. As he is, well, not delayed rotation, rather, he's already positioned within the zone. And it's all going to be up to Izzy now to try and survive the potential slaughter coming through here from Undisputed. As we can see, Inspector and Ace are just trying to clear out these cliff sides. Oh, Ace does spot the angle, but with that, Izzy finds a beautiful spray. Up comes the jump shot. Inspector flight down the hill. And, well, with that, we see Izzy getting sent away right back up into the lobby. Black Rev now will have to try and make a stand, make a play all alone, completely isolated. And we are with that down to our final 7 teams. That doesn't look like 7. Oh, we got Matrix. Still having to push in from that whole Yasnaya kind of region. Meanwhile, the teams in zone are going to be taking their time with those rotations. Not going to be moving up too aggressively just yet. They want to try and wait it out to see where any of these opposing teams could potentially be going. Meanwhile, Matrix is going to be looking to do a bit of a wrap around. He's got Inspector right up ahead. Oh, but it does seem like the players there from Undisputed are prepping themselves up. Oh, Matrix crashes into the only rock out in this open field. Of course, now dipping out into the blue zone. Fortunately, it is only 3rd phase, but of course, crashing up into that rock has meant that he's been spotted now. It makes so much noise. If you didn't know, crazy amounts of noise. Not really. But of course, some good awareness coming in there from Undisputed. Matrix now just trying to play the long game here, trying to wrap around as far as he possibly can on towards that northern side of the zone as the zoner continues to move. And it is actually quite an interesting and easy rotation now coming in for Matrix, as he could be venturing up on towards that split we see in the road up on towards the northwestern side. For the time being, he's going to be pulling up into the warehouse. We'll have to wait and see where exactly it is that he chooses to go. But meanwhile, we're going to be jumping right down over on towards G3 as we see them pushing in from the south. Ooh, Beta 7 up ahead. This could be an interesting play. Buden rolling on with his Tesla. Trying to see if he can get into any good positions further up in zone. Meanwhile, Undisputed are going to be pretty close to them. Inspector also just mobilizing himself up ahead. Ooh, is this going to be the push? Not yet. Oh, but a good play coming in here from Buden, though, anticipating a few potential players that could maybe be rotating up in his direction. Now trying to take that swing at Madara, but Inspector comes swooping in. Looking to just quiet that down ever so slightly. Of course, Young Thunder are going to be moving in behind them, taking their own swing for this third party. Buren will get picked up. Mandara will get blown to smithereens. So fair exchange coming in between UAE and the players there from G3. Inspector, meanwhile, will be trying to play this ridge line alongside Azhar. Oh, they are down to the final two. Up comes that quick rush now from Inspector, but Gunner has moved in to try and pull off the res. Oh, Inspector runs straight up in towards it. Down he goes. Azhar looking to make a stand. Will he get it done? Very exposed. He's taken several hits. We got Black Rev just over on towards that northwestern side. 7 teams, 17 players. Tomac up on the hill. Ooh, out comes the smokes. Azhar now just trying to hug the heck out of this tree. Is it going to work out in his favor, though? We got those third-party shots coming in from behind. As the players there from Beta 7 continue with a slight bit of pressure. Ooh, nice grenade coming in from Azhar. Using the opportunity to quickly apply a few more meds. Cooks up yet another nade, sends it off. Is it going to be the one? Will he find it into that shack where we see G3 hiding two of their players? Matrix on the meanwhile will be rotating up alongside that northern side. Oh, Black Rev has taken quite a bit of damage here. G3 trying to keep their eyes open, trying to see if they can pick up any of these stragglers. Now it's going to come down to those positional plays. Buren quickly risking the smoke, but he still has the opportunity. Oh, but it's a very costly play as Azhar uses the opportunity to push forward and gets the knock. Now it's going to be up towards Tomac, but unfortunately for Azhar, Tomac is able to bring the spray through, and with that, reduce our total number of teams down to 5. So it is going to be Unsullied Army. It is going to be Beta 7, G3, Young Thunder, as well as Clan 12 Clan rather. We see Black Rev now. Just tapping away a little smidge. Coming in with his DP28. Got about a minute or so remaining on the clock before that rotation needs to come on through, trying to smoke up the buggy. You could have a potential escape route lined up. Of course, we've got Mexi OP out in the open, and this is going to be the do or die moment now coming in for Black Rev. Just waiting to see if anyone's going to take a swing at him while he's up in towards the buggy. For the time being, he does seem to be relatively safe. But, you know, you got to do your due diligence. But Black Rev doesn't have a lot of time left. Oh, he's going to try and maybe make it for the UAZ. Gonna smoke it up. Yep, and here he goes. Makes the run. Is it going to be enough, though? Will he get spotted? We'll have to find out. We'll wait and see. Yep, good idea. The execution not working out too great for Black Rev, but, well, kudos. That was a pretty good shot. Good attempt. Of course, with that, we are now down to only 4 remaining teams. You can see Unsullied Army holding strong. Still sitting on their full squad of 3 that they've started with. It is going to be Regret. It is going to be Jesse. It is going to be Mexi looking to hold on. The reinforcements do arrive, but with that, the threats, as we can see, Gunner up on the hill. Regret now trying to just fend them off as they look to push forward back up in towards that zone. Oh, this is now all down to positioning. Players coming in here from the side of Beta 7 are going to be looking to apply their own bit of pressure, but the zone now centers up in between all the teams. So this is where things get pretty uncomfortable. B7 still riding on a full squad. Only 1 kill on board for them, but they're going to have to try and find their way into that zone, trying to find a good position to move into. Looking at where that zone is currently situated, they definitely do not, well, have a lot of options with that. Of course, Regret will get knocked. the hand there of G3. Meanwhile, Young Thunder are going to be looking to find their own approach up in towards zone, coming in from that western side. They pull up to the fuel station right alongside G3. Oh, come on. Jesse positioned up ahead. Good anchor point set up. G3 now still having to find their way back up in towards the zone. Oh, down goes Gunner. This Poison finds the angle. Tomac, Buden just hanging back. They don't want to suffer the same fate. Oh, but Mexi gets spotted. Tomac takes a swing. Down he goes. Regret. Getting ready to push. Jesse just hugging the heck out of his vehicle. Ooh, but up comes the bombardment now from Young Thunder as our final 4 teams get ready to full send it into the zone. Shots continue to fly. Buden picks up Regret. Jesse now left to survive alongside his vehicle. Young Thunder now trying to take their own swings at Buden. Oh, is he going to be able to make it? No, the blue zone gets the better of him. And with that, we are down to 3. It is going to be the players coming in from Beta 7. It is going to be Unsullied Army, Jesse. And then, of course, Young Thunder right on top of the hill. So we'll have a 4v4v2. Look at the aggression now coming in there from Young Thunder as they look to regain a little bit of ground in the zone. They do have the high ground, but they don't have a controlling position. Moose comes in swinging, picks up Batman in the process. And they are still able to hold on to their numbers. Meanwhile, the players there from Beta 7 are going to be tapping away. Fortunately, the rocks prove to be quite difficult to shoot through. You can shoot over them, but you can't shoot through them. Of course, now, Mickey. Oh, it's picked right on up. Jesse finds the grenades on towards Young Thunder, though, in the back end. But now it is up to Nell to survive, as we have Moose positioned just atop the hill in front of him. Nice high ground advantage. But now, well, he's got the smoke advantage. Young Thunder reduced down to 3 remaining hopefuls. Regret gets picked up as well. Jesse now will try to survive, but they don't have a secure position within zone. It is all going to come down to these ridge lines. Slow, steady tap is going to be the name of the game. Jesse using the opportunity to quickly secure his position within the zone, looking to set up that anchor point. But of course, it is of no use as Young Thunder comes swinging on through. And it is now down to Mr. Nell here to try and keep it together, fighting for that first place. Ooh, up comes the hits. Nell touching the edge of the blue, finds a few hit markers onto Glutch, but it is not gonna be enough as the players here from Young Thunder come in to take away the winner chicken dinner. Beta 7 taking that second place, and Unsullied, of course, coming in to 3rd position. But at least Young Thunder, they finish off with a pretty strong amount of kills to their name, coming in with a grand total of 8 kills. We got the players here from Beta 7 finishing up on 2nd with that 1 kill. Then, of course, Unsullied coming in with 4. We got a team there from G3 taking 4th place with 5 kills. We got 12 Clan over in 5th place on 4. Then, of course, we got the players coming in there from the Sidemen over in towards 6th place. We got Undisputed up in 7th. Angel Demons taking that 8th place. We got the Outsiders up in 9th. Then, of course, we got S7 or Team S7 taking that 10th place with the Atrox finishing up in 11th. And then, of course, Young Thunder taking themselves that 12th position. But with that, we are going to be taking a quick look to see who was able to get the star of the match stuff. And it is going to be going straight over on towards Sleepy and Matrix for the team of Sidemen. with our Going All Out award getting handed straight on towards Sleepy there. I think that is the most kills. And then, of course, our Best Companion award being received there by Matrix, getting 3 revives and a pretty strong survival time as well. So, there we go. Some pretty impressive numbers across the board once again. But that is unfortunately going to be the end of our games here today. As we've concluded all 4 our matches, the teams have had their swings at things. They've had the opportunity to bring in those points and, of course, to establish themselves on the leaderboard. If you want to stay up to date with what the overall leaderboard is, be sure to check the link in the chat description. You can also just head on straight over towards the Medal State website and head on towards the PUBG Mobile section. But that is going to be the end for us here today on our Super Cup, powered by King Price Insurance. Be sure to go check them out. If you've got anything that you want to insure, be it your PC components, your consoles, your phones, your collectibles, anything of that nature, be sure to go check them out, show them some love, and of course, get your stuff covered. Take it from someone that needs to do exactly the same. But yeah, thank you so much for joining in. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. Of course, big shout out going to everyone involved. Big shout out to the team. Some absolutely beautiful PUBG being played once again. Had such a blast. But we look forward to seeing you all back again in the future when we continue with some more PUBG mobile action. But for now, have a good time. See you all later. Stay safe and have a good night.